Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom. I have got to do a little adjusting with my phone. I've been moving it around to do live school calls and it gets all messed up. Welcome to day 306 of our Be a Better You annual challenge and day 2 of our No Nonsense November topics. Now, it's really funny because today's topic is clarity, and I want to yell clear because I come from a fireworks family where we sold fireworks. I sold them for over 25 years with my family, and then I kind of stopped doing it because I was busy and interested in doing other things. But my kids, my daughter had her there when she was 3 months old in the fireworks stand selling fireworks. So it was a very fun change of pace for what I was doing in my corporate life and what I was doing in my other businesses on the side. So selling fireworks was just a fun family thing and a fun family business. My brother-in-law is still in that awesome business, and my sister, but the rest of us have kind of gone in different directions. So today I'm talking about, and I want to talk about the same topic in both Supersize Your Business and the annual challenge. And the topic is clarity. And it is one of my personal challenge areas. And so I was trying to put all these different things together to make it simple and easy, which was making it very confusing and unclear. Guess what? A confused mind, including mine, says no, and I freeze up and I don't take any action. So let's see if we can't talk about clarity today, have a couple of key points, a couple of action steps, and then what are we going to do for the challenge in order to get more clear? Are you like me and you're trying to do 8 million things all the time and really never focused on anything? We're going to talk about focus, I'm sure, this month as well. But let's talk about clarity today. When we get clear and we get aligned, life becomes much simpler and much easier. And I'm an example of how not to do that because I'm not particularly clear and aligned. Even my notes for what I've been doing for the challenge, as I'm trying to bring it all together and make it simple and share the same message for my Supersize Your Business group, my Supersize School, and first the Be a Better You annual challenge, I was getting more and more confused. So I decided, okay, my topic is still going to be clarity because it's obviously something I too need to work on. But for the Be a Better You challenge, we want to get clear and we want to get aligned. How are we going to go about doing that? So let's take a look at my notes for that today. Put those aside, grab a magnifying glass. Clarity comes through taking action, right? We don't always know exactly what we want to do or what to do next. We always know what to do next, but we can always take action and test the next thing and see if it feels right to us. If it feels right to us, if it feels aligned, then it's the right step for us. But if we're just sitting and thinking about it all the time, like I was this morning, we had daylight savings time switch today. I was awake at 2:30, 3 o'clock this morning, and I'm just now, I don't even know what time it is, getting to doing my videos, which is hours and hours later. Why? Because my mind was a little confused and I was unclear about exactly how and what I was going to talk about. We need to focus on what's in front of us. What is the next right thing for us to do? We talked about this last month. As part of the ideas process, we added a next step this year. We've actually talked about it every month this year because we don't have to know everything. We don't have to be clear on absolutely everything in a line, but we do want to be clear on our vision, our long-term vision for ourselves, our life, in each of the different areas and aspects of our life. So, for example, I'm in a manifesting challenge right now, and I had to say, okay, what am I going to manifest in the next 21 days? I mean, I have a huge, audacious thing I want to manifest, but I'm not going to do that in the next 21 days, right? So what in the next 21 days do I clearly want to see happen and manifest and create as part of that challenge? I have to be clear on that, or I'm not going to get any results. I'm going to be in the same spot I'm in yesterday when it started and in 21 days if I'm not clear. Consistent small wins will always trump or beat out big bursts of energy and power. We think that we have to do these giant projects and we work our way up to when we do the project. We might actually be successful with it, get the thing that we wanted, but the way we feel about it, we end up losing the excitement really, really quickly, so much more quickly than we ever think we will. And a lot of times that turns people off from setting big goals and doing things because they're looking for that big hit of adrenaline, those big positive feelings to last forever. And they don't. Why? Because we're continually evolving, growing, building human beings. So We want to be doing things consistently. We want to be doing the next thing, but we want to always check in and ask ourselves, is this the next best thing for me to be doing? And we don't have to be super analytical about it. It's, does our head, our heart, and our intuition all say yes? And if they all three say yes, I say go for it. If any one of them say no, then look deeper, dig deeper, and make sure that that's the right thing for you to do. So what are we going to do today? We are going to check in with ourselves and see how clear we are on what it is that we want. I like to, I'm doing something different for this challenge. I'm actually pulling myself a card every morning from the Getting Into the Vortex card deck and reading a Wayne Dyer Everyday Wisdom for Success quote. So I'm going to read it to you today, and I'll share the card. I don't know if the card is super on point for clarity today, but I have found that no matter what card I pull, sometime during the day, I need the information that's on it, and it will help me. I know it's really weird sounding, but that helps me to stay on task, aligned, and moving toward what it is that I want to create in the world. So Wayne has to say, the more you see yourself as what you'd like to become and act as if what you want is already there, the more you'll activate those dormant forces that will collaborate to transform your dream into your reality. That's why it's so important that we know what we want, right? If we don't know what we want, if we don't know and we're not very clear and specific in terms of what we want, guess what? Our results will be unclear and not specific. So if I say, oh, I want a new relationship, but I'm not clear and specific about that relationship, maybe I'm thinking romantic, but I'm not telling the universe that, and I just get a new best friend, which that's a win-win too, right? But we need to be clear and specific about what it is that we want. We need to be clear and specific about how we want to feel and who we're going to be as we achieve that, and start living it right now as if it's already our reality. And then the card for today was, our source is one of love, not condemnation. Meaning, and I think this probably does apply to me today sometime, when you pay attention to the way you feel and deliberately choose more thoughts that feel good while you think them, you'll begin to recognize the nature of our broader non-physical desires. The majority of negative emotions that you feel are not because the subject of your thought is wrong, but instead because you are condemning something that your source does not condemn. Your source is one of love, not of condemnation. So, to me, that says if I'm being judgmental, if I'm feeling any negative emotions, and I feel bad about that, it's because who I really am doesn't want to judge and condemn other people or other things. So I'm sure that's obviously going to come up for me today. I hope it doesn't come up for you, but it might. And if it does, now you're prepared. So what are we going to do for our action item today? I am going to jump ahead. I'm combining Supersize Your Business and the Be a Better You on Your challenge, because that's what I wanted to do for the challenge this month all along. And as I've been asking ChatGPT to create a workbook for me, which has been a nightmare, by the way. I don't understand what's going on with that, which means I need to learn a little bit more about AI, because it should have been, and I'm sure it's the way I'm wording my prompt and asking, but it's doing it over and over and over again. It's been 4 days now and never gets me. And now I'm just asking for the actual printout and write out of the workbook, and I'll create it myself and turn it into a PDF, because it cannot generate a PDF. I figured that out after 4 days. It does not have the ability to create the PDF for me without making it a nightmare, and so I'm over it. But let's look at the Supersize Your Business one for creating our action item today. This one's talking about one decision at a time, but let's just get clear and aligned. Again, clarity comes through action. Focus on what is in front of you, what you want, and consistently look for small wins and action steps. And this is not what I wanted for my questions today. I want our prompts. See, I am still not clear on all this craziness. All right, so what are we going to do today? We are going to tap into, I would say, sit down in a quiet spot, either in nature if it's nice out where you are, or go for like a walk around the block, or just sit by a window and think about absolutely positively what is it that you want over the next 30 days to be, do, and have, right? And you can pick one area of your life, or you can pick multiple areas of your life. But ideally, how do you want to feel? And it's really more about get clear on how do you want to feel at the end of this month. Do you want to feel more abundant? Do you want to feel more prosperous? Do you want to feel more loved? Do you want to feel more aligned with who you really are? Do you want to feel like you can show up as who you ideally and authentically are every single day? I don't know. I've been just being me for quite a long time now. And you know, some people like it, some people hate it. I'm not for everybody. None of us are. And would we really want to be? Would we really want everybody to like us? I don't want, there's certain people that I don't agree with morally, ethically, and I don't want to ever have them like me or follow me or be aligned with me or be anywhere in my energy. So today, share in the comments below if you have clearly identified what it is that you want to achieve by the end of this month. And not by the end of the year. Remember, usually when we do our monthly focus, it's like, what do I want to do by the end of the year? What is it? How is it that you want to feel? Share one way that you want to feel by the end of the year. I think that's a good one. I think that if we're clear on that, it's easier than if we're trying to be very complicated on this, which is part of why I personally am challenged by clarity, because I want it all. I want to do all the things. I want to have all the feels, all the positive feels, all the high feels, and all the positive outcomes that we can have as human beings in those experiences. All right. Any questions about this? I will apologize in advance for not being clear. I will make my objective be more clear and more concise going forward on our daily challenge. If I can help in any way, ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. I'm sure of that.